It's a good morning. Happy Monday. How is everybody doing? I struggled to wake up this morning to come to work because after a long weekend it is hard to start Monday again. So today is Monday, and Monday is the day we come here and try to set those goals for the week and try to focus our mind. Let me fix my my hair too, on those things we need to work on. So if you're finding me for the first time, my name is Penny. I do my car talk. I come here once a day, probably 5 to 6 days a week. My goal is to inspire you. My goal is to educate you. And my goal is for you to be able to learn something that can change your life and change other people's lives. It's simple. I keep it simple. It's not complicated. And for those of you who've been watching me, thank you so much for your support. And if you're finding me for the first time and you've not liked my page, please do that. I appreciate your support. I am not here without you. I'm here because you're here. I wouldn't be taking so much time to come here if I didn't feel I was benefiting someone. So this morning, I want to talk about relationships, which is like everything. Our our lives revolve around good, healthy relationships. And good morning, Nyeresa. How are you? And we all know that a lot of us, you can have, last week on Monday we talked about financial success. You can have a lot of money. A lot of us know that rich people are the most lonely people. A lot of us know that rich people don't have peace. You can chase the money. You can chase all the worldly things. But at the end of the day, there is a study that has been done that the most important thing is the relationship that you have with people. And relationships have no value. They are priceless. If you have a good relationship with your spouse, you're good to go. You have a good relationship with your children, you're good to go. You have a good relationship with your parents, you're good to go. Some of you have broken relationships with people who have died or people who are about to die, and you've not mended those relationships. So when they die, you're left with that thing wishing that, you know what, I wish I knew. I wish I could have done this. I wish I spoke to Nyereso earlier. I wish I spoke to Bossy. When people have gone, you can't do anything, okay? To charge their phones. Use the right ports to charge their phones. So that one, I don't get it. So, relationships are everything. And sometimes we look at people, especially now in the times of social media, and we wish somebody is seated somewhere and saying, I wish I was Penny. I wish I was Nyereso. I wish I was this. I wish I was... You're wishing to be those people. Let me tell you something about high achievers. High achievers are people who are so focused, who are so driven, to succeed. They put their heart, their commitment, their mind and soul, and they're consistent to succeed. Once they succeed, sometimes they've lost all their friends. So you've been here working, doing this thing, I'm doing this Facebook thing. Before I know it, I have no relationships. I'm left without anybody because I was so busy chasing that thing that I was passionate about. And then we get lonely. So in the process, we start getting depressed. In the process, we start abusing alcohol. In the process, we start getting depressed because you've lost all the relationships. There is nothing important in your life than a good relationship. We need to know that. There's something that I can't even explain that is life-changing when you know somebody loves you. If right now I'm in the mindset and I know Nyereso loves me, I know Caroline loves me, I know Jane loves me. Let me tell you, I'm a loved person. I've experienced love. It's a feeling. I have people who love me and they've never met me, and I've believed that. My late father loved me. My father loved me dearly, and my mom used to confirm that my father loved me, and I knew my father loved me. There is nothing greater than somebody knowing that somebody somewhere loves them. And this person that loves you, they are overlooking everything to love you. It's not because you're perfect, that's why you're loved. People just love you because you know what? They're just going to let go all the other things you do, and they're just going to love you the way you are. You're going to talk to that person the way they are. And we need to come into terms that we all need love. Don't lie to yourself that you don't need love. We need love, and it is because of love that we are all crying out here. I have people in my inbox, men in my inbox, looking for relationships from me. And I'm telling them, oh, I don't know if you watched me. I have a husband. I have children. And some will go further and tell you, okay, I understand. I'm sorry. But can you talk to me? Just talk to me. I just want somebody to talk to. These people, they are looking for someone who can listen to them, which we are not always willing to do. We need to make time to talk to people, to create relationships. You're not always looking for romantic relationships. You're not always looking for sex from people. Sometimes you just need people to talk to. If you've never educated yourself about relationships, educate yourself about relationships and the value. I have a doctor friend. I have a lawyer. I have a plumber. I have a mechanic. Listen, my phone is full of contacts. I have over 2,000, if not 3,000 contacts of people. When I meet them, I talk to them and I exchange numbers. On Friday, I went to the club with my husband. And the table next to me, next to us, there were ladies there. They, of course, so you talked about my hair. They liked my hair. My hair strikes a conversation. And you know I'm cute, right? Remember that? I'm looking cute this way. And this lady looked at me and she said, oh, you look so nice. And this is a lady. And I'm like, wow, yeah, thank you. I'm feeling kind of cute. I was late. And we started having a conversation. Before I left that table, I had 3 numbers. We shared drinks and we talked about our families. And now I have 3 numbers that I have to call. I'm like, where do you live? She told me she lives in North Carolina. And you know, what did she do? She told me how my hair looks nice. She told me how my face is good. Your skin, what are you using? Oh, you look good for a 49-year-old. I was getting all the compliments. You need to study. Take your time to understand what relationships are. Some of you do not understand what a relationship is. It doesn't always have to be with people you know. You can have a relationship with a total stranger and you change their life. If you don't understand how to deal or how to manage your relationships, talk to a therapist. The therapist, they've gone to school. That is their job. They know how to tell you how to build good, healthy relationships with people you know, or people that are total strangers that you meet somewhere and you give them this beautiful smile. This beautiful smile of mine has saved a lot of lives. I'm willing to talk to anybody that wants to talk to me, and I will listen to you. It doesn't matter how much time you want from me, because I always have time. I'm always willing to just, as long as I can understand what you're saying. Ask yourself the relationships that you have that are broken. Why are they broken? Which are the relationships that you want to fix, that you want to mend? Do you have relationships that you want to mend? Which ones are those? Look at the list. For me, when I end relationships, I'm done. Unless you come and apologize. Now I'm learning to take apologies. I never used to take apologies. Crystal, I just saw your message, darling. I was looking for you. I never used to take apologies, but my children have worked on me and they have taught me to take apologies, because it's that not taking apologies was coming with some kind of arrogance that I have. You know how you're arrogant, and you know you're arrogant. You're like, I'm not taking rubbish from anybody. The arrogancy is, I'm stepping my arrogancy a step lower. I'm reducing my arrogancy from 10 to an 8. My arrogance is at 8 right now. I might take it to 7, and eventually, if I can get my arrogancy to 50%, I'll have better relationships, because I'm like, I don't really care. Like, I don't care. But I'm learning to allow people to apologize and, genuinely, and say, Penny, we rubbed you the wrong way. Why? Because I'm also rubbing them the wrong way. I'm also, which I've done over the years, you step the control notch down. You know how we want to control, we are in control. I'm in control of myself. And sometimes we can step over and we want to control other people. Like now, I want to control my husband. I want to control the children. When you want to control people too much, you're going to lose your relationships. Learn to say sorry. something that is also impossible for me. Let me tell you, if I tell you sorry, I mean it. I just don't throw my sorries anyhow. When I apologize to you, I mean it. I don't just, I'm sorry. No. When I say sorry, I say sorry. And I'm also learning, and I'm asking you to learn to take responsibility. Jamila, how can I help you? Take responsibility when you've messed up. When you've made a bad call in your good relationships. When you made a bad call, you've abused somebody, you've spoken to your mother badly, you've spoken to your parents badly. Take responsibility and apologize and say, you know what, I am not going to do this again. That's why we work on ourselves. Think positive. If you've been following me for quite some time, you know I like myself. I'm always thinking good things about me. I'm always feeling like, oh, I got the best face, I got the best this, I got the best that. Even when maybe somebody somewhere is thinking it's not the best. When you have a positive mind, you're always able to stay calm. If you love yourself enough, when all the madness is going around you, you're always going to stay calm because you know what? You're positive. Always when things are looking negative, try to see the positive side and be genuine about it. Don't pretend that you're not bothered. Don't pretend like you're not seeing what's happening around. Be genuine. Just don't be bothered with all the drama and everything that is going around. Create boundaries. When you see people losing their mind, don't participate, because once you participate, you're going to find yourself in a mess, and then you're going to have a broken relationship because now you got in their mess. Now, another thing, keep healthy conversations. I like to talk, but I'm a good listener. Skills that I had to learn when I worked as a supervisor. I like to talk, but I'm a good listener. 2 skills that you have to learn with time. And how you deal with those skills is to understand and accept people the way they are. So when people are speaking to you, don't try to change people to speak the way you want them to speak. Listen to them without judgment. Listen without thinking what you want to respond, so you can internalize what they are saying. People are different. When my husband is talking, I have to learn how to listen. I've been teaching my husband for the past 28 years how to listen to me, because you know what? Before I can finish the sentence, he interjects me. So I tell him, let me finish, because the sentence that's coming after when you cut me could change the whole way you wanted to respond. If you don't let somebody finish the sentence, you're going to respond halfway, because you're saying something halfway. So when you're talking to people, if you want to have good, healthy relationships, when you're talking to people, have healthy conversations. And when somebody is talking, let them finish talking. Because you know that sentence you're cutting off could be the most important sentence in that conversation. Now, finally, let go. Forgive people and forgive yourself. If you're not going to forgive yourself and forgive people, you're always going to have broken relationships. You're always going to have an issue if you don't let things go. This year, I sat down with my pen and paper and I looked at the relationships that I had cut, unnecessary relationships. They are relationships that I didn't need. Remember that book I was reading that said necessary endings? They are relationships that you must end. They are relationships you must start. So look at your list and decide which ones do you need to let go because they are toxic, and look at which one you want to carry on. There is nothing greater than a good, healthy relationship with the people you love or the total strangers you're going to meet. A total stranger can save your life. If I fall here right now, Eileen is not here to save me. My husband is not here to save me. My children are not here to save me. When you meet strangers, don't think that those strangers don't mean anything. A stranger can save your life. In Kisi, in Swahili, we say, fimbo ya mbali haiwi nyoka. When a stick is so far and there's a snake here attacking you, you are not going to use a stick from far, far away to kill the snake. The relationships that are close to you where you are the most important relationships. Your neighbor that lives next to you is more important than your sister who lives in another country. Your neighbor that lives next to you is more important than your mother that is in another country. The person that's next to you, if I open this door right now and fall, my mom is not going to come and start picking me. My husband is not here. So don't just value the relationships in your own family. Wherever you are, the place you are, okay? Make those relationships, including total strangers. If you're traveling, I'm in Puerto Rico, and I'm by myself, and I fall, total strangers are going to save me. But if I just go like I don't want to talk to people, I'm always just ignoring people, those people will not save me. Learn to have relationships with people where you are in the current situations. They will save you. Yes, we need, Joshua, we are talking about mental illness, and we are creating a team that is going to address mental illness. That is something that is so serious. As I speak about relationships, sometimes we have broken relationships because we are mentally unstable. Learn to look at those key factors that tell you that somebody have anger issues. Learn to do the identification to know that Joshua is not in a good mindset. Possible is not a good mindset today to be engaged. Eileen, today I won't talk to you. Nyanduko, today I will leave you. Know when to speak and when not to speak, because you know what? Sometimes our mental status is not good to have a conversation. When I'm in conflict with my children, even with my husband over the years, because I have anger issues and arrogance. Remember, I said I have arrogance, I have anger issues. When they're rubbing me the wrong way, I end the conversation, because my reaction is going to be bad and I will not take it back. When I'm speaking to someone and the conversation starts sounding negative to me, like it touches my feelings, I usually end the relationship. The conversation. I don't want to continue, because that's going to cause me more damage. Then I'm going to respond in a wrong way. And the next thing you know, I've said things I can't take back. Irene, I'm the prophetess. I foresee things. Yeah, I'm telling you, I got it, because you know what? I'm in touch with myself. I'm in touch with the universe. I'm in touch with God. We need to build those relationships. When you sing a relationship is not going anywhere, end it. A conversation is not going anywhere, end it, and create those boundaries. Cheers and have a lovely day. Thank you for watching. Please share this video. A lot of you are so good. You watch me every day, but you don't share these videos. Share these videos so we can reach more people, so we can have healthy communities, so we can have healthy marriages, so we can have healthy financial status, everything. Because you know what? It is what it is, but we have to do something about it, okay? Not doing something about it is a problem. Get up and do something. Cheers.